Welcome back all to 8-Bit Benny versus the Ferret Business. We are going to get further into our quest book today. What are we going to do today? Well, as I said before, today we are going to get into Botania. It's about time. Botania is a pretty cool mod because it basically replicates some of the stuff that machines do. One of the objectives is that it does not throw numbers at you, so it does not encourage min-maxing. It uses minimal particle effects, and it uses a lot of real-world interaction as opposed to having a user interface pop up like it does for a lot of machines. Also does away with pipes and wires and stuff like that, so it's not as visually obstructive when you're creating systems with your Botania. The original author for Botania was somebody called Willie Willis, apparently, according to the wiki, and Vazkey is the current mod upkeeper. As of this pack, which is our Ferret Business Pack, we're in Botania R 1.8-249. I did play a lot of Botania in my Cloud 9 game that I was playing personally, but that was R 1.6-192. So obviously the version update has been updated since I've last played this. Since I've last heavily gotten into Botania. So this should be actually quite interesting. We might find there's a couple new things. There's a couple things I'm probably going to try that won't work anymore. So I'm looking forward to that. I am going to try and make this a bit of a tutorial so that although we're going to see in our quest book that we're going to get some of the stuff for free, I'm also going to show you how to make that for real. If you're using your Botania, if you're using a Botania mod with your vanilla world, it's not vanilla anymore, then is it? If you're using just a normal world, then you will still be able to make the things, even though we're going to get a lot of stuff for free from our quest book. So let's get on with it. Quests. Alright, so we're here in Magical Flowers. What's this say? Hi there, Bandit. I'm occult botanist Bell, lead researcher of, let's just say, unique plants. Apparently, when you crossbreed and genetically modify plants to make synthetic meat and body parts, or make them start walking around demanding to be fed blood, you're suddenly never mind. Not important. What is important is you've found some very, very interesting plants. Working together, I bet we can make a lot of interesting discoveries. I think so too. Let's look at this one. Botania, magical flowers. What is our task? Any mystical flower. I think we can do that. What are we going to get? Coins? Yeah, we'll use those later. 2 blind bags, which if you saw our bonus episode, we opened up 34 blind bags, which is why we have new boots. And we're going to get a Lexica Botanica, which is going to be our guidebook for getting through Botania. Quite frankly, we aren't going to need it with this, but we are going to get it anyway. How do we, if we don't have that, how do we get our Lexica Botanica? Let's see, if we search the inventories here, we are going to find a book at some point. Where is it? It would have been smart if I looked this up earlier. Lexica Botanica. So how do we make that? If you want to, let's try this one. So if you were to make this in a vanilla style server, you're going to take any, it looks like any kind of sapling and a book to make your Lexica Botanica. Luckily for us, we are not going to have to do that because of our quest book is going to reward us with a Lexica Botanica book to begin with. So let's go find some flowers, and we're going to get started on these quests. Where do we keep our flowers? You will also notice since last episode, I have made a new gate here. I have made a new gate here, so we can get in and out of the town a bit easier. And as I said, I've brought some sheep in. So we currently have several sheep in the town wandering around. I'm going to go shear them later, but when we need to, we'll get into that. I've also made a pressure plate because I got tired of opening and closing that door, which I'm sure you all got tired of watching me open and close that door. We're looking for some mystical flowers. There's a couple of chests over there from our previous exploits of our bonus episode of opening our blind bags. I really wish you'd stay on that page. Alright, so detect. Oh, duh. Let's actually get the amount of flowers that it's asking for. And so we need, it asked for 5, we gave it 1, let's do that. Detect. And blind bag, because that is our mission. Done. Alright, what do we get? Crush a bit, which also goes to, interesting. These flowers are gorgeous. They've caught the eye of a few assistants and of the CEO. He requisitioned a lab and greenhouse for my newly formed team. We've been researching, and I just sent you a modified version of the book model of the quest tablet called the Lexica Botania. I keep calling it Botanica, but it's Botania. It's connected to our systems here, and we can share research with each other this way. Why Botania? That's the name of the new corporate position. Botaniason Bell. That's me. Okay. I think I said that wrong. The book will explain a lot more, so let's get started. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. You know what? Let us get started. Let's ignore what they're saying. I'm not as interested. So we need 4 petals. So how do we make petals? We looked at how to make the Lexica Botanica. Let's pause for a moment. Let's look at our lexicon. Lexica Botania. We get an achievement. Yay! So, the Lexica Botania gives us a bunch of the basic mechanics, mana manipulation, generating flora, functional flora, natural apparatus. The basic thing about our Botania is we're going to use flowers to generate mana. We're going to harness that mana, and we're going to use that mana to create other effects. We'll use it to enchant runes, to set up mana spreaders. Mana spreaders will allow us to direct our mana and collect it, and it'll allow us to make other items that will allow us to do things like walk in lava. Yay! Does it have any flying? It has one that flies, but it's pretty. I dislike it. I'd rather have a jetpack. It's got a bunch of wands. It can make you do a lot of ground moving and mob moving and stuff like that. So it's actually a lot of fun. It's some effects I haven't seen in other types of mods. So see, it's got flowers. So if you're doing a vanilla version, this book will basically take you through everything. In fact, right here it's showing us what we need to do next, which is we need to turn our mystical flowers into petals. And you just do that by opening up your crafting grid, and you get mystical petals. Bam, bam. I'm using blue because we have a lot of blue, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Again, this is not remembering where it's supposed to be, but that's fine. Detect. Any mystical petal. Yes, we can actually produce these petals via flowers, via agriculture, agricraft, sorry. Let's see, mystical light blue petals. Why are you not detecting? Do I? Oh, one of 3 retrieval tasks. So yeah, sure, we got that one. Detect. Pestle and mortar. Well, we actually have one of those because I have turned a black petal into a dye to make our agricraft book, our journal for agricraft, which is, just to show you real quick because I can move really fast, to make our agricultural journal for our agricraft, which we'll get into another episode. We needed to make some black dye. The squids, I believe, are disabled in this pack because of an issue in the vanilla Minecraft that they were having with meshing with things like this in this mod pack. So I had to use some black petals to make some dye. So we can actually use this pestle and mortar to crush our petals into floral light blue powder, which we can then use to dye things. That is not what I wanted to do. Silly. You know what? Let's do the rest of them. Just because, hey, now that we have them, let's do that. Now, how do we make that? Let's try and look it up. There we go. So how do we make that? So we're going to have a stick, we're going to have a wood plank, and a bowl. And how do you make a bowl? That's right. As usual, our 3 half slabs in a V shape to make our 4 bowls. So the pestle and mortar is going to be useful for making dyes and things. What's our most... Let's use this one. I'm basically trying to use the most plentiful flour to use to sacrifice into these things. Detect, and last but not least, oh, the floral fertilizer. Right. So, the floral fertilizer is much like you use bone meal on the normal grass. The floral fertilizer will actually help spawn the Botania flowers. Now you can use the powders you get from crushing up the petals that you get from the magic flowers, or you can use dandelion and rose dyes. So you can use these crushed from the vanilla flowers to create your floral fertilizer, and then the floral fertilizer will help you spawn new plants. We have petals, we have bone meal. Let's just do it this way. So we're going to put that there, we're going to put this there. Bam! Alright, let's check our book. And... oops, let's go back. Did you detect? Yes, you did. Claim the bag. Yay! So, we've now opened up a new leg. So we've gone to Botaniasin, there we go. That's how you say it. Botaniasin Tools. Wow, 1 of 6. I didn't realize these are all going to be such multi-step things. Petal Apothecary. These are pretty cool. Petal Apothecary is what we're going to need to use to throw the petals from the flowers in to create certain effects. This will also help us create other flowers. In fact, this is going to be how we're going to get our day blooms, which is going to be our first step into mana generation. How do we do that? Cobblestone! We're going to have a slab and a petal. These are actually also pretty cool. You can decorate them a bit. Obviously, you can use whatever flower you want. And does it have? No, it doesn't. Later you can use different. What do we have? 64 of those. You can use some mossy stone, I believe, to change the look of them, which is pretty cool. So you can actually make them look different depending on what you wanna, what kind of style you're going for. So Petal Apothecary. Oops. I hope this doesn't consume it. What's it say? Consume? No. Good. So detect. That one's done. Pure Daisy. How do we make the Pure Daisy? Oh, yikes. Well, that's different. Alright, let's not do that. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we'll get into blood magic later. Yes, here we go. So to make a Pure Daisy, so this is the way it shows you what you need to make for the Petal Apothecary. The Botania system uses this recipe layout to show you what you can make. We're going to see this a lot when we get into making runes. So we're going to take our Petal Apothecary, we're going to fill it with some water. We're actually going to throw in some white petals, and we're going to get our Pure Daisy. So let's see if we actually even have white petals. I don't know about that. Which means I may have to go out with that floral powder and see if I can make some. I don't have any white. Alright, well, let's take the floral powder out. Let's see, where can we use it? Let's go over here. I keep forgetting how high I can jump with these new boots. Let's put this book up here. You know what, I could probably open up the blind bags too, and that might give us some stuff. So let's use our floral powder right there. Yay, look at all those flowers. Alright, and I can step up too. Alright. What time of day are we at? Where's the sun? Where's the sun? Going up or coming down? Going down. Alright. So, what we're going to need to do is we need to go out in the wild and try and find some white flowers. I guess we could make more. Yeah, let's try. You know what? Let's try this. Let's try 2 more of these. We have lots of orange, lots of black. Let's do that. Let's make some more floral powder. Oh, helps if I actually use the right thing. Let's crush those petals. And we will make more floral powder, which would be those and those. Alright, I still have the reds left. Let's see if we can make some white flowers while we're inside here. And if not, I'll just sleep and then we'll go outside. I don't remember seeing any white flowers, but doesn't mean there wasn't any, I just missed them. So you can see, by using a floral powder, we're going to get a decent amount of flowers. So it looks like about 3 per. I guess that's not really a decent amount considering we're using... Well, actually we're using 2... Oops, I did not mean to... Let's see if we can replant that. I guess it means we're actually doing 2 per. We're using 2 flowers per, so we're getting 3, so I guess that's not bad. Yeah, so we have to be very careful with these boots. Alright, so... Where are we going? We're gonna go and... Let's sleep. And then let's go take a look around and let's see if we can find our white flower petals. Let's see if we can find them. I don't think the white flowers are that plentiful. I don't remember seeing scores of them. What's that? Oh, there they are. White flowers. Mystical white flowers. There we go. Alright, let's head back. Head back at top speed. Whoosh. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm having a lot of fun with these boots. Where's our door on this side? Alright, it's over here. I guess there's the side of the city I need to put some doors in. I wonder if this extra fast footwear is causing me to use more hunger. Well, we'll find out. Here, oh, you know what we need to do? Be very handy if we had an infinite water source. That will be very handy for doing our flowers. So, let's... What are we going to set up here? Let's set up... Well, yeah, we could do that. Let's, it's not infinite source. We'll fix that. Let's put this down there. Boom, there we go, infinite source. This is what I want. Let's see, where's the petal apothecary? There we go. Let's put it there. Nope, that's a bad idea. Alright. It's only a bad idea because I don't really want to deal with water running. I wanna... There we go. And water bucket. We do have to fill this every single time, which is why I want the infinite water source. So, how are we going to do this? Well, let's take 2 of these. We're going to make these into 4. Aha, that's the other thing I need to remember. So, we're going to stand here and we're going to drop these petals in. So you're going to see you can see them floating around, which is pretty fun. You also see by the cursor, it's showing us what is actually in there, which I think is different than last time. Now you'll notice just next to the cursor it's showing a check mark with the pure daisy, but underneath that is a seed. That's because to make these work, or to make the apothecary work, the petal apothecary, you need to drop a seed in. Bam! What do we got? Pure daisy. Awesome. So, refill that, put that there, and let's, wonder what we can plant pure daisy on. Yeah, not that. Not sand. I think we need some dirt. But for now, let's check our quest book. Let's see what's next. Quest. What's next? Living rock. This is actually what I'm looking for. Twig, wand, flower pouch. Oh, we so need a flower pouch. Oh, nice. That's so easy. You know what? I'm gonna go make a flower pouch right now. Because we have sheep in here. Come here, sheepy, sheepy, sheepy. Why am I gonna make a flower pouch? What's so great about flower pouches? Flower pouches allow you to hold, I think, a stack of each type of flower or more. So we're definitely going to need flowers, flowers, flowers. And by using a flower pouch, we are going to be able to keep a bunch of them on us, which is going to be much more handy than keeping them in our inventory. So, shear all the sheep. Woohoo! And let's go drop the shears back in this treasure chest, and then we'll have the ability to get more of those later. What do we need of those? Let's find it. Let's do gray. Yeah, let's do the gray. Bam. What was that design? There we go. Flower pouch. Let's quickly detect it in our quest book, just so we have it. And boom. So we can now throw our mystical flowers, I don't think those will work, into our pouch. Awesome. Alright, so let's go gather the rest of our mystical flowers, and we will... dandelion, nope. So once we have our mystical flowers in our bag, we will be able to have all of our mystical flowers in one place. When we pick up new mystical flowers, they will actually, I believe they automatically go into the bag. I'll have to check that again. There has been an update since I last heavily played this, so it's quite frankly possible that it has changed. And if it has changed, then I'll need to figure out what the new rules are. What do we got here? What do we got? Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Let's grab some stuff in the mob drops, because we don't need all this stuff on us. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I suppose I should have thrown the wool back there, but that's fine as well. Alrighty. What do we have left for petals in here? Uh-oh. Alright, had to do a bit of cut there. We had a bit of an issue with Java, so my client crashed again. But that's fine. We're back to business. So what are we doing here? We are looking at our quest book. We are looking for living rock and living wood. Sorry, we are looking to create living rock and living wood. How do we do that? Well, we're going to take our pure daisy, and we're going to put it down on some soil, and we are going to make some rock and wood into where did I put that? We're gonna turn our smooth stone and our planks, which I'll go grab some from over here, and we are gonna turn them into living rock and into living wood. You know what? I'm thinking I should have probably set this up somewhere else, but that's fine. Let's do that. So, what do we need here? We need a piece of dirt. Let's put down a piece of dirt. I think I've got it in here somewhere. And then we will be able to put our flour down. I'm gonna guess it's in here. And one piece of dirt. Let's do two, because you know what? Eventually, I'm going to want to do more than one. Hey, how'd you get over here, sheep? Assuming he walked as opposed to took the bus. Let's put the dirt there. Let's put a little apothecaries there. Where's this going to be least in the way? It'll probably be in the way a bit, but that's fine. Wow, that is some jump. Alright. So we take our pure daisy. Pow! Right there. Now, Why is the pure daisy so nice? Well, the pure daisy is going to allow us to change our stone and our wood into the living variety, and we're going to use that to create things like mana pools. So I'm going to put both down here so you can see an example of what happens. You can see the particle effects have started. So what the pure daisy is going to do, if I don't jump on it, that is, so anything that is adjacent to it will be subject to being changed. Right now we're going to use it on stone and wood. Later on we're going to use it to make some interesting items. I believe we can actually use the pure daisy to make obsidian. So that's going to be pretty cool. Save our pickaxe a little bit. So we're going to wait. It's going to take a couple seconds. You know, well, while we're waiting, you know what we're going to do? We're going to open up this bag here. We're going to get some more white flowers. We're going to make another pure daisy. Because we can. Ha ha ha. I'm going to need some more seeds, aren't I? Not that one. Oh, I hear it's starting. So you can see now we have some living rock. You can see the wood's changing. Woohoo. Pretty cool. What am I going to do? Let's do this. Let's throw these into our apothecary. Aim being the critical thing. And, oops, I put my water bucket away, didn't I? Let's grab that back out. Oh, no. Helps if I actually look at my inventory. Look at that, right there. Right where I left it. Alright, so we have another pure daisy. Let's put that down here. We are going to use our pickaxe and our mattock to gather the living wood and the living stone. Of course, I just realized it asked for 4 and I only made 3 of the wood, which is a bit of an issue because now we gotta wait for another set to go, but that's fine. So what we'll do is let's do a whole thing of living wood. We are of course looking for lots of living rock because I want to build out of the living rock, which is why we have a second pure daisy. If you get about 4 of these going, you can come and go and you just leave them to cook, quote unquote. As you come and go, you can collect them every time you pass by. There is an automated way to get us our living stone, which we're going to look at later. There's one of my favorite YouTubers, Riskable Build, has a great channel about Botania, and a lot of the builds that he has created to automate a lot of this stuff. So, which is what I used a lot of when I was playing Cloud9 on my own. Well, not on my own, but definitely not for publishing. So we'll be doing some of that. So we can see that it's happening already. Woo. So I'll have to look up and find out exactly what the time is. I don't know if it's 30 seconds, 60 seconds. I'd have to put a stopwatch on it to figure it out. It's not long if you're not watching it. We'll put it that way. So this will give us what we need. I wonder if we can vein mine this stuff. No. Oh, yes. Indeed we can. Awesome. So let's try it on here. Oh, I was going to make this. When I was doing this in Cloud9, I did not have vein mining. So it took a while to do some of this stuff. I am going to do all stone for the rest of this. Again, I'd like to use living stone for the base we're going to build. If I ever get around to that. You know what? We're going to put some of this stuff in here. Let's keep 4 of those. Let's keep 4 of those. Just using my mouse scroll wheel to change to rock back and forth to add or subtract from my bag. And let's put these in here as well so I know where to find them. Alright, so where's our quest book? Quest book. And let's detect. Done. And it consumed them. That's fine. Right, living twig. Right, 2 living wood. Huh, it's a good thing I made more than what I needed. So, I'm gonna make a living twig. Living twig. Which is gonna help us make a wand. 3. I need 3 of them because I'm not going to make a wand out of that, am I? There we go. Helps if I pay attention to the number I need. Quests. Consume, no. Good. Detect. We're going to look at our Wand of the Forest. So that's going to be 3 of our living twigs and 2 petals. So you're going to need some more petals. We have a gray, but these are... Oops. These are each going to give us 2, so what do we have the most of? Let's grab red. So, putting red in our crafting grid, it's going to give us 2 mystical red petals. Let's go over here to a crafting station. Let's throw in our 3 twigs in a diagonal, and our 2... the great thing is, if you look at this one of the forest, you can see there's a red dot here and a red dot here. Those dots will match whatever colors you put in here. So if you want to be artistic, you can change out what colors you want to have in here, and that way you can you know, make a wand to your own tastes. Quest, detect, done. Did I finish it? Oh, you know what? It helps if I claim the reward. Claim, done. Woohoo! So we have started in on the basics of... We've started in on the basics of our Botania. We've done 3 of the quests in the book, and the quests in the quest tablet are going to lead us down the road to Botania. The other option is we could go into our Botanica Lexica and Lexica, and we could then see that it actually starts out. The first one says the basics. And you read through that, and it'll actually lead you through what you have to do to get started on Botania. So we are going to go through our quest tablet to do that, as opposed to the Lexica Botania, because the quest tablet's going to give us more rewards. So, boots away! We are going to call it an episode here. I will get back to you soon on the next episode, where we will continue with our Botania exploration. Eventually we're getting really close to getting into agricraft as well. I'd like to get into agricraft because, as I said earlier, we can actually create the seeds for mystical flowers, and once we plant them, we can actually just harvest the petals, and the seed will stay planted and grow a new flower. And once you pump it up, then you get 4 petals off each flower, then you're kind of rolling in it. So, and at some point we will automate that, so we'll have petals for days. Alright, this is 8-Bit Benny with his Wand of the Forest, woo! And I will catch you next time. See yas, bye-bye.